Today, the Euroyard looks at the 6 songs competing in Eurosong 2025 Irish edition. Belgium also has a Eurosong 2025, so don't confuse the two. Remember, as we throw this helpful disclaimer up on the screen, you can get more Eurovision content and our more historical looks at the contest at theeuroyard.com. We're going to fly through this reaction video as quickly as we can and get you to the rankings at the end, in which this time we will rank all 6 contenders and give our reasons why. First, the quick notes on the contest. It will be held on the 7th of February, a Friday night, on the Late Late Show in Ireland. People there probably already know, but for those outside the country, it's on at 9:35 p.m. local time. That's 10:35 p.m. Central European time and 4:35 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. In Sydney, down under, it's 8:35 a.m. on Saturday, so if you're willing to get up on a Saturday morning, you can follow along. Finally, as noted, there are 6 competing acts, which we will breeze through in a moment. My opening notes are that Ireland is not screwing around anymore, and it looks like they're committed to doing well in Eurovision again this year. They have several acts in the upcoming reveal, which I think are capable of qualifying and maybe even doing well. Ireland made the top 10 last year for the first time in over a decade and notched their best finish in 24 years. They had a lot of lean years in there, nothing leaner than when they had a puppet turkey, and yes, turkey is lean meat. But is Ireland back? We'll have to see, but they're not back. By way of introducing the songs we're about to rank, the first is Run Into the Night by Agi. These are being revealed in alphabetical order of the performers' names, so don't assume anything yet. Next up is Bobby Arlo's song Power Play. The third song on the list is Like a Party by Emmy, and then the fourth song on the list is Growth by Niall. Fifth up, it's Fire by Railta, and finally the 6th contender is My Way by Samantha Mumba. Now that you know the contenders, let's get ready to rank them all and go into the reasons why we slotted them where we did. Remember, this is all meant in good fun, and I hate that we have to put some performers in the bottom. So, if you're one of the Eurosong singers watching this and you're disappointed with your placement, just remember, you're still more talented at singing than me. Alright, let's go. In 6th, we have Run Into the Night. First note on this, I don't think a single one of these songs was bad. In fact, I think this was probably the best national final lineup I've heard so far. As for this one specifically, I detected a distinct Irish sound to this song, which helped it, and I think the underlying musical composition behind the singing was reasonably good. For me, however, this didn't really seem to get where I wanted it to go. The tempo picked up some, but I think it needed a little more emotion, maybe call it a little more oomph. The vocals were generally fine, but not enough to rescue it from the last spot. That song very nearly tied for 5th with the next song, My Way by Samantha Mumba. She's been around in the industry for a while, and this is not her first rodeo. Her vocals were respectable. I've heard much worse, but what held this song back was the song just didn't get to its second gear until about halfway in. It's hard to get into a song when you only have 3 minutes, and it takes about 90 seconds before you start getting to the good part. I think this one had potential to make it up the list a little bit had it gotten somewhere faster. In 4th, we went with Niall's song Growth. I will point out that this song got a higher score from us than most other national final songs we've scored to this point, and it's only in 4th in this contest. That speaks to a level of quality here. I thought he sang fairly well, and that boosted his position. It was maybe a fairly ordinary song otherwise, but well performed. If this found its way to Eurovision, I think with decent live vocals, it could qualify. Moving up into 3rd place, getting onto the podium is Railta with Fire. This song was thin lyrically, like literally look at them, there aren't many. However, which ones there were happened to be good. I thought she was the best singer in the group. This was maybe a little too slow, and the 2 songs ahead of it on the list might run it over in that department. In fact, the first 4 songs we've gone through, all of them were on the slower side, but the last 2 to reveal are like an energy explosion. The 2nd place song is Like a Party by Emmy. Demi. When I read the lyrics to devise a score and I realized what the song was about, I have to say I was impressed. I literally yelled out, "It's about the Soviet dog!" As a student of history, this was like Ireland throwing me a bone here, and I appreciate it. No pun intended with the throwing a bone, by the way, didn't even occur to me until now. Anyway, this had a good beat, and yeah, it was fun. Were the vocals the best here? No, but I mean, come on, she sang a song about an obscure, non-human historical figure. What else do you want? R.I.P. poor doggy. That only leaves one song, and that's Bobby Arlo's Power Play. This surely is the best song in the bunch, and it checks a lot of boxes. It's fun. She sang well enough. It's easy to listen to, and it's easy to get into. In fact, I think this is one of the most engaging national final songs I've heard so far. There's a lot of potential here, so let's hope she and all the other performers knock it out of the park in February. That was our ranking of Ireland, and there's more where that comes from on this YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe and check out both the website at theeuroyard.com and our Blue Sky page at theeuroyard.com.